Hi everyone, this is module number 157 for the subject of strategic human resource management. And we will continue to talk about employee voice in this module as well. However, in this module, we will focus on how, that is, through involvement and participation. In other words, we need to understand how to channelize employee voice in an organization, or what channels are available, or they are in the hands of employees or they are in the hands of employer, that can facilitate or that can foster employee voice processes in the organization. So examples of consensual voice, we will continue with these two terminologies. Very simply, I hope you people realize that there is two basic uh, distinctions. The basic distinction between the employee voice is whether it is consensual or it is a conflictual. So consensus related we call consensual voice, and conflict related we say conflictual voice. So consensual voice for employee involvement include briefing groups, an organization that is communicating with the employees, and it is a downward communication from top to down. So open and candid communication. So that is the different briefing groups, and they give briefings to employees on certain issues in the organization. Team working is also one form of or HR practice that is related to voice of the employee. When employees have given the opportunity to work in a team and they can show their concerns and in a consensus. So quality circles, this is also one of the practice and one of the area when organization or the employer he developed a team of people who are monitoring the quality of anything in the organization, quality of production, quality of cafeteria, quality of work life, or even the hazards at workplace. So these quality circles, the people voluntarily they join the committees and they work in the quality circles. We name them quality circles anyway. So these teams are actually focusing on how to enhance the any aspect which is beneficial for the organization and which is beneficial for the employees. So continuous improvement groups, and this is also the form of teams, very similar to team working, but and quality circles. But the continuous improvement groups, for example, the Canon organization, not in the form of groups, but they were giving 20 minutes break every day to their employees, just to think about whatsoever you are doing, how it can be improved. So the focus is improvement, and the focus is to identify if something is going wrong. The focus is to identify what's not appropriate in this organization, from for the both parties. So continuous improvement groups, usually they are in its true sense, they are trying to improve the process for production or the quality of products or the quality of services. So it is they are working on a continuously basis. I mean, the separate allocation of resources and work and hours are given to them. And lastly, employee suggestion schemes, upward communication and downward communication. There are two forms of mainly, you can say, the communication in an organization, upward or downward. When we talk about the briefing groups, so the organization they communicate to the lower level employees. And when we talk about the employee suggestion scheme, so employees suggest to the organization or their top management. So examples of conflictual voice includes joint consultation, work councils, and employee surveys. So surveys, what do you mean by surveys? So HR professionals or organization, they collect the data through surveys, and in those surveys, what they get voice of the employee, right? So it is not that you have to talk with them, but if organization continuously collect the data from employees about their opinion, about performance appraisal, about their satisfaction level with whatsoever they are doing. They are actually getting information in the form of a survey, and that is voice of the employee. So in practice, and presence of employee voice in an organization can be examined in a number of ways, including the existing of mechanism to facilitate employee voice. And in overall, if we sum up these sources or the practices that can foster and facilitate voice of the employee, is a climate in an organization. An organization may have developed a climate where people openly or candidly express their concerns about what is important to them or what is important to employer, or when employees have psychologically withdrawal from the organization and they are not raising their voice. I think there is a little less in between that. Either organization, the employees in an organization, they raise their voice because the climate has really encouraged them to do so, or in many times they have psychologically withdrawal. They have not left the organization, but mentally they don't care whatsoever is going on in your organization. How you manage voice of the employee, it depends on your regulation practices.